The winter months are thawing away, and that means a whole new wave of anime are coming soon with the spring 2024 anime season. This year has already been a very strong one for anime, with some great new shows available to check out right now, and many of these releases will actually be continuing through the spring. But it's time to highlight some of the new and returning anime franchises that will be premiering this April and beyond. Demon Slayer is officially coming back for its 4th season, tackling the Hashira training arc. Season 3 ended with Tanjiro and the others defeating 2 of Muzan's upper ranks, and that means it's time for the real final battles to begin. With Nezuko surviving in the sunlight as of the end of the 3rd season, Muzan is now targeting her directly. But with Season 4, he has yet to make his move, so that means there's still time to get ready. The Hashira training arc is, as the title suggests, as each of the Hashira will be training to earn their respective Demon Slayer marks before the rest of the upper ranks start attacking. All the while, they will also be training the Demon Slayer cores for the fights ahead. It's still a mystery as to what we can expect to see from the rest of it though, as it's the shortest arc in the manga yet. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is coming back for its own Season 3 this spring, as Rimuru and the rest of Tempest are now bigger targets than ever before. The 2nd season saw Rimuru becoming a full demon lord with all of the power that comes with such a title, and that means he's now the target of the church and their deadly knights. The first 2 seasons of the anime saw the citizens of Tempest taking on increasingly stronger enemies, and it won't be any different this time around. There's a huge roster of new foes joining the anime, teasing how much further this series is going to expand with this new season. And it will likely blow up both literally and figuratively before the season comes to an end. With tons of episodes already scheduled to air over the next few months, you are definitely going to want to tune into this one. Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation is also coming back for new episodes. The first half of Season 2 challenged Rudeus in a wild way that fans didn't expect to see. Dealing with his sudden onset erectile dysfunction and overwhelming depression after being left by Eris at the end of the first season, Rudeus spent the first half of the season figuring out how to fix all of his ailments without really getting to the core of his mental health issues, making it all of it happen. But that changed towards the end. The first half of the season reunited Rudeus with Sylphie officially after years of being separated by the teleport incident, and the second half of the season is promising that a much happier Rudeus is now back on track to figuring out what happened to the rest of his family. But as his school life continues, we'll see what's really on deck for the new season. Konosuba is coming back for Season 3 also, and this one is definitely high on many fans' radars. One of the funniest anime comedies released in recent memory, Konosuba then goes the extra mile with some brilliant character animation and some very slick action scenes when the stuff starts to hit the fan. The 2nd season started to reveal more about Darkness's past, and the follow-up movie revealed more about Megumin's life and past, so now it's time to take all of that forward with some brand new characters and wacky situations for Kazuma's party to get into. The new season is teasing someone else will be attached to Kazuma, and given what we know about him, that's probably a bad idea. Nonetheless, this one is going to be a hit either way, as fans have been waiting forever for new episodes. Mission Yozakura Family is the first of many major Shonen Jump series making their anime debut this spring. As part of the last generation of action manga getting their official anime due, Mission Yozakura Family offers a wide cast with tons of action to be found. The manga offers a fun family comedy as each of their super spy siblings absolutely loves one another and would do anything to protect each other. This is tested by some pretty big foes. Fans will be introduced to Taiyo, a boy who lost his family in a car crash with only his childhood friend Mutsumi to keep him going. When Mutsumi is targeted by assassins as the new head of the Yozakura spy family, Taiyo marries her immediately in order to join this wild family and protect her for as long as he can. If you're looking for isekai, The New Gate is a brand new adaptation coming this spring that's going to scratch that isekai action itch. While there are already plenty of returning isekai franchises to enjoy this spring, The New Gate offers a new place to jump in. It's sort of like Sword Art Online, as it begins with putting the main character into the final moments of a death game, but then it flips it all on its head by forcing him into a whole new world. That's when the isekai begins in full. Shin finds out he's in a different version of the video game world he was previously in, but 500 years in the future. He's got all the power he had before, but now has to navigate a world that operates differently than the game he was used to, all the while, secretly, he's the strongest person in this new universe. You know, the usual isekai action fun. Kaiju No. 8 is going to be the big blockbuster premiere this spring. After taking over Shueisha's Jump app for the last few years in Japan, the anime adaptation is going worldwide with its release. This anime follows a 30-something-year-old named Kafka, a man who's been disappointed by the fact that he couldn't keep a promise to a friend he made in his childhood to help fight the kaiju that have been attacking Japan all their lives. When it's clear that she's become one of Japan's strongest fighters, he instead has been working in kaiju cleanup crews to clear up the aftermath of all the attacks. Suddenly, he's possessed by a kaiju and gets the power to turn into one himself. The 30-something-year-old Kafka becomes Kaiju No. 8 and finally gets the power to fight back against the kaiju. Needing to work his way through the military and rise through the ranks to catch up with his childhood friend, this one is going to be full of huge fights as it premieres on X around the world. It's even got an opening theme from One Republic, of all groups. It's truly a worldwide anime project. Finally, we are getting a few monumental returns this spring as well. There are two massive revivals for classic anime and manga franchises, both hitting around the same time. Black Butler is coming back for season 4, 10 years after the anime's first 3 seasons came to an end. Although there was a movie and live-action adaptation released in the years since, this is the first proper comeback for the anime in a long time. And the most exciting aspect of it all is that it's picking up right where it all left off years ago. Adapting the public school arc of Yanata Boso's original manga series, this new Black Butler anime is both a new jumping on point and full continuation of the original anime release. When Ciel and Sebastian get a letter from the Queen telling them about a prestigious university where the top students are suddenly going missing, it's up to Ciel to enroll in order to figure out what's really going on at this college. New characters, a new mystery, and a new wave of episodes leave plenty for fans of this classic to be excited about. Another major classic coming back is Spice and Wolf. Spice and Wolf, Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf is an official reboot of the anime series in celebration of the franchise's 15th anniversary. This new anime will be developed by the studio behind High School D&D and the Higurashi When They Cry reboots, and will feature a returning Craft and Hollow as the voice actors make a comeback from the first 2 seasons of the anime. But unlike Black Butler, Spice and Wolf's remake is going to be treated as a brand new anime adaptation, so there are still plenty of mysteries as to what could be coming our way with this new series. Then again, since it's another major classic coming back for new episodes after all this time, that's reason enough to tune in and find out what could be the same and what could be different from that first go-around. Last but certainly not least on this list is My Hero Academia, which is coming back for Season 7 this spring. The 6th season of the anime left Japan completely in ruin as the heroes have kicked off their biggest fights against the villains yet. But as fans of the manga know well enough by now, the fights are really far from over. Shigaraki has started to tap into his real power, and the heroes need to deal with him and All for One before this fight against the villains can be truly done. The final war has been constantly going through the latest chapters of the manga, releasing to this day, so it's still not clear exactly where My Hero Academia Season 7 will leave Deku and the rest of the heroes when it all is said and done. The end feels both far away and closer than ever before, so now it's time to see where we all end up when it hits this spring. This list is just a few of the most anticipated new anime hitting for the spring 2024 season, and that's really only scratching the surface of what's going to be offered this time around. There's a little something for everybody, so please keep up with Comicbook.com and Anime Initiative on ComicBook Nation for all updates on spring 2024 anime and more.